Hi, believe it or not, we are halfway through the first season of Route 10.
Yes, Vanessa. And this week we hear stories behind the names of some well-known places. We meet a Filipino who was not born in Barbados. Get your taste buds and a glass of water. We introduce you to a confectioner. And Scrappy has yet another true story about St. Philip for us.
I know they're wondering where we are. We are at the Golden Grove Great House, and we're going to learn more about this historic landmark later in the show. Let's get started with author of the St. Philip book, G. Addinton Forde.
When the Soufriere volcano in St. Vincent erupted in May 1908, the dust came up to Barbados. So we hear people talk about the May dust. And for some reason, that area that is now called Supers must have been heavily affected because they used to call it Soufriere Hall. And eventually it deteriorated to Supers. And that's where the name came from. Marshfield, after the 1816 rebellion, the British set up a military presence in Six Roads. This is the area now occupied by Princess Margaret School and the housing area and that whole area where the clinic is and so on. And if you look at those buildings, those two buildings at Princess Margaret that look similar to the post office building, those were barracks. And the place where the soldiers used to do their marching was known as the March Field. And that's where that name came from. Mop City is another name that the people gave for Richards Avenue. What is now called public development, there were some people who used to live in that area around St. Catherine Club, it was there. And there were plans a long time ago to develop that land into housing, as it is now. This area, this part of land belongs to the Richards Plantation. And the day that they decided to move most of the houses, the rain fell heavily the day before. So you can imagine how miserable that the houses would have been. And that's really where Mop City come from. It's M-O-P, because the mop became the most important tool for that period. Congo Road is supposed to be a place where a lot of slaves who came from the Congo in Africa were sighted. Similarly, Guinea in St. John is the same thing, where a lot of people who came from Guinea were sighted right there. And what is now Guinea? And that's where the name came from.
Get your copy of the St. Philip book at all bookstores island-wide.
Hi everyone, my name is Lloyd Barker and I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica. At about the age of 7, I migrated to the Cayman Islands, so I certainly grew up here.
These are true stories about ordinary and not so ordinary St. Philip folk, and all of these stories happened in the parish of St. Philip.
Many Barbadians have used the expression "you ain't worth Wha Paddy Shot At," which means that the person being referred to has failed to live up to some expectation or the other, but few people know the reason behind the same. Now, there was a Mr. Thomas Trotman who brought some European hares like rabbits from England in 1842 and bred them in captivity at Buckley in St. George. But after heavy rains brought down the enclosure, the hares escaped. And like their cousin, the rabbit, they reproduced at a prodigious rate until in 30 years' time they were a common sight all over this island. Hunting and the predations of the mongoose have since reduced their numbers until they are now very few. Paddy was an old, retired white man who lived in Foul Bay in St. Philip. He had an old rifle and he passed his time by hunting these hares. Now, one Forde morning while he was out hunting, Paddy saw a hare in the distance. He crept up to it as close as he could get and bang! One shot, and the hare cocked up dead. As Paddy hurried over to take up his prize, it was then that he discovered why this hare was so easy to kill. Paddy had shot a large pile of cow dung. So the next time anybody tell you that you ain't worth what Paddy shot at, you know, you don't know.
You've heard it before, that wherever you go, you will meet a Bajan. And there's a possibility that Bajan just may be a Philippine. But this Philippine has been to Barbados only once. He's from the Cayman Islands.
Hi everyone, my name is Lloyd Barker and I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica. At about the age of 7, I migrated to the Cayman Islands, so I certainly grew up here. And last year, 2015, I had the privilege of visiting Barbados. And I have to say that after hanging out with the various representatives for the St. Philip parish and the parish ambassadors for St. Philip, I left Barbados with a very refreshing feeling and certainly feeling like a Philippine. And with that being said, I would definitely return to Barbados and also recommend Barbados to friends, family, and just various persons with whom I come in contact. I would certainly tell them to visit Barbados because it is worth it. And really interacting with your culture, meeting your people, eating your food, and so forth were all great experiences for me. And I cannot wait to return. I just completed a Bachelor's of Arts Honors in Law with a concentration in Business Law and a minor in Communication Studies with high distinction from Carleton University in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So I visited Barbados in 2015 as a part of an award that I received from the Honorary Consulate of Barbados here in the Cayman Islands. The title of the award was Man of the Year 2014. And I was given the award for a variety of reasons, namely my work with disabled students during my undergraduate years in Canada, and also my passion for community work, philanthropy, and just helping others. I was also granted the award because of my academic excellence and my work in performing arts in the Cayman Islands and really trying to build performing arts. So the Honorary Consulate of Barbados in the Cayman Islands thought that while celebrating the island's 48th independence in 2014, it would also be fitting to recognize men for their good works in the community and also for the various positive initiatives in which we are involved. Hence the reason they decided to add the Man of the Year Award 2014 to their overall 48th independence celebration. So I was taken around by the parish ambassadors for St. Philip, and what I really loved about the tour and the various activities I did was that I was not only able to get familiar with St. Philip, but they also took me to other parishes and got me really familiar with other parishes, which was a wonderful experience because it really made me feel as though I got a full packaged experience while I was in Barbados. I have to go back to the cultural aspects. I have to say that I enjoyed doing the various tourist activities, so checking out Harrison's Cave and getting a Gap burger and really just enjoying the Gap experience and doing so many other fun activities. And I even checked out Harbor Lights, the dinner show on a Monday. That was awesome. That was festive. I had a great time. And so overall, I have to say that my time in Barbados was certainly worth it. And I look forward to returning. And I would tell anybody to go to Barbados, check out Barbados, just really get engulfed in the culture, the food, the vibrations, and certainly get those tourist activities in because they are worth it. I really look forward to returning to Barbados. And while recommending Barbados to people, I would certainly say that if you want a tour guide, if you want someone to chaperone you, if you want someone to really make you feel at home, then go check out the St. Philip Parish representatives, because they made me feel at home, and I would love for other people to experience the same type of treatment that I did. You would not regret it, and you would certainly come back or go back to wherever you're coming from with a full package. You might not even want to go back. You might leave feeling like a Filipino like me.
Lloyd is always on the move. Definitely a world traveler, but always a Philippine at heart. More on Route 10.
Golden Grove is an awesome history, I think. We have lots of stories.
Welcome back to Route 10. We're at the Golden Grove Great House. To tell us more about it, we have Maria Applewhite. Welcome to Route 10, Maria.
Hi, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. And how are you?
I'm fine myself.
Excellent.
What is your role here at the Golden Grove?
My role at Golden Grove is I am the property manager and events manager.
How long have you been the property manager here?
I've been here since 2014.
Okay. Can you give us a brief history?
Golden Grove is an awesome history, I think. We have lots of stories. Our main story is though the Bussa Revolt, which happened in 1816, about 200 years ago, where Bussa would have organized a riot and came over from Bailey's plantation and ran through the house, jumped through the windows. Several were shot here. We're not claiming who died, but yeah, several were shot on the property.
All right, so Golden Grove plays a huge part in our history in Barbados.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Can you tell us of the operations here at Golden Grove? Are there any events held here? Do people stay here?
Yes, they do. We have staycations, we do retreats, we even do overseas accommodation as well. But we also have weddings, we have parties, we also have anniversary celebrations. We also do even book launches.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Is there a way that I can contact Golden Grove? I can see more of what you have to offer, more of your stories, the rich history?
Yes, we have a website and we also have a Facebook page. Our website, though, has an actual page on the site that tells about the history as well.
Now, tell us at Route 10 what to expect when we come to Golden Grove.
When you come to Golden Grove, first you will get peace. There is a very peaceful and tranquil atmosphere at Golden Grove. And you will also get excellent customer service. I believe in excellence. If I strive for 100%, I will give 100%. And if I fail by one, I'm still good.
Thank you for having us today, Maria. Well, that's Golden Grove Great House. The breeze is lovely. The scenery is beautiful. More to come on Route 10.
Before this business, I had no idea how to do a sugar cake. In fact, the first time I made a pot of sugar cake, it took almost all day because I had so much water in it. And then the next time I made, I put a little less. So it was trial and error.
The food in St. Philip just tastes better, and we feel the same way about our sweets. Meet a Philippine confectioner.
My business is Three Hearts Love Enterprises, and it's a confectionery and agro products. That was my late husband's doing. At that time, it was the three of us, my daughter, myself, and him. So he decided, well, it's three of us and we love what we do. So the name came about from there. We do confectionery, sugar cakes, we do ginger, molasses, the regular pink and white, the browns. We also do tamarind balls, we do fudge, we do chana, we do nut cakes. You can get the products from the Massey stores, Cape Shepherd, Collins Limited, Emerald City, a number of gas stations. Before this business, I had no idea how to do a sugar cake. In fact, the first time I made a pot of sugar cake, it took almost all day because I had so much water in it. And then the next time I made, I put a little less. So it was trial and error. I was a nurse in Trinidad for 11 years. And I got married and migrated to Barbados. I had 1 year of being a housewife, and I can tell you it was the most rewarding year in my adult life. And the business came shortly after. I think it is more in demand now than it was 10, 15 years ago. Because prior to 2000, there was a struggle to get things sold in December, especially the last 2 weeks in December. And now that's not the case. At that time, it's very, very busy. So I think it is more in demand. A lot of people travel, and you find people traveling, you find summer months, Easter, Christmas, those months when people travel or they take those things with them. Well, my label has the number on it. So, and this is how a lot of people contact me too. Every year, someone comes from, I think it's Philadelphia, but she bought fudge in Emerald City 1 year. She has a timeshare at the Crane, and every year before she leaves her home, she would call me and let me know she will be in and how many packs of fudge she would like. So I think the label, a lot of people, after they have enjoyed the product, they keep the label for reference. People ask me how difficult it is to run a business like this, because you have your challenges with raw materials and even spoilage from time to time. But I think it's because I love what I do so much that you somehow are able to move over or to easier get over the hurdles. So this is one thing I love. I have a passion for my products, and this is why when someone called me with telling me about it, it really does something to me. Actually, my grandfather was born in Tickets in St. Philip, and this is the only parish I've lived in. So I consider myself a Filipino.
So now you know where to get your nut cakes and your sugar cakes. Darren, let's show them what's coming up next week.
My title is Guest Relations Manager. I also act as duty manager when the GM is not on property, and I've been here 8 years.
For me, I like the fun in social commentary. I like being able to express yourself and sing about things that are happening every day in a funny way.
Oh, what a beautiful color.
Like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Snapchat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to view this and previous episodes. Until next week.
Goodbye.